Pull up, y'all. We back with another one. It's me, Archie Red, the Kool-Aid Man, giving y'all some more of those spilled reactions. And today, I'm gonna need all the kids to leave the room. This for grown folks. Let's see who can have an intellectual, objective conversation on touchy subjects, whether you disagree or not. Cause we don't run from the smoke. We inhale that shit 2 times and pass it. Fuck you mean? We gonna keep things moving because today we got the machine.
America, fuck yeah! So lick my butt and suck on my balls. America, fuck yeah!
Y'all want more time? I'm giving y'all more time.
So before we get into this video, I feel it's only right that we give a shout out to the sippers who helped make this video possible. Shout out to Margaret Sargent and Alina Rose for the request on this video, y'all. Pull up some cups in the comments section for them and let them know how we sipping, y'all.
Keep pulling up those requests in the comments. Keep hitting those likes. Keep hitting those subs. Keep hitting those notifications. And keep rocking with us. Keep sipping with us because we got plenty more. And we gonna keep this coming. Also, do not be afraid to critique your boy. I am very good with constructive criticism. So if I did something that you like or you didn't like, let me know. Let's go ahead and get to the machine. Now this, from what I've been told, this has been one of Tom's touchier subjects. Guard your ears, you know. If you sensitive, if you're non-confrontational, or if you're just in fact a little biatch.
So you know I ain't worried, biatch.
This may not be the spot for you because we about to go there. I'm gonna keep it Kool-Aid with y'all. We gonna keep it real. We gonna keep it honest because that's what y'all want. That's what y'all deserve. And to be quite fair, that's all the fuck I know. So I'm about to drink a nice tall glass of shut the fuck up and we gonna stay sipping, y'all. Let's pull up.
I am not Republican, I am not a liberal. Why the hell can't I just be American without getting political? The system gon' suppress us all, they don't care about the cost. How's this a democracy when we got communists in charge?
Right there. I like this. The first few bars off top, because anytime you do talk politics with people and you gotta listen, this is how you know you talking to a toxic motherfucker, where as soon as you start talking, when they jump to a conclusion of trying to put you in a box, you already talking to a motherfucker who you can't win with.
I know your type. All you want is something to fight against.
Just because they have certain point of views doesn't necessarily mean that they align with who you think that they align with. For example, I know people who rock with Trump and ain't racist at all. I believe we should have guns. I believe the welfare system is a crutch and a lot of people use it as a crutch. I also believe that the Republican side is fucking us over when it comes to the education system. They don't give a fuck about the education system. We get more money in our pockets, but when the schools are suffering, us as a nation is suffering. Us as the United States is still one of the dumbest fucking countries out there, fam. Like, that's just real. And then both sides are trying to keep us going against each other racially. Really, they're trying to, they've reached beyond race now. They're looking for anything to keep you divided now. Whether it's race, whether it's religion, whether it's sexuality, whether it's region, whether it's state, whether it's freaking sports teams. We're gonna keep it pulled up.
When we got communists in charge, cancel culture, Nazis, all they're missing is the swastikas. Honestly, this is a psychological holocaust, pumping propaganda through the screen and straight into your brain. You ain't on a plantation, but you definitely still a slave. Race theory is indoctrinating children. Tell blacks they're disadvantaged, tell whites they got white privilege. What a brilliant way to reinforce division. If whites believe they have it easy, they will never help you fight the system. And now they burning books in untraditional ways. That is I am not a
again, touchy, sensitive subjects. We as black people, don't get me wrong, we've endured a lot of struggle in this country. Yes, we have. We've endured a lot and we've went through a lot. But we've also, I feel like, have gotten comfortable on using our ancestors' excuses as if that's holding us back, when that's not necessarily the case. I also want to bring this to light that when white people just automatically just dismiss that shit and shut it down, acting like that shit doesn't exist anymore, that's where we get frustrated and that's where we get pissed off, because that shit still does go on in the world. Now, does it go on to the degree that holds the entire culture back? Hell nah. We're conditioned to sit there and think, oh, the system's holding us back. The system's holding us back. When really some people just not getting up off their ass and working. There are still people out there working hard. You know what I'm saying? There are still some of us who are working hard, but there are some who like to hang on It's the man that's holding us back. We can't get nothing accomplished because the man's keeping us down. Well, nah, that's bullshit. That's you and no ambition that's holding you back, and y'all will blame it on the white privilege side of things. I think that's a weak cop-out. A white lady saved my life. I've been there. I've seen white people who have money. I've been with white people who don't have money and are going through the same struggles that we're going through. You got to get out of that CNN, get out of that Fox, get out of that CBS News and all of that bullshit propaganda that's telling you what to think, and really think for yourself. Fuck what somebody on YouTube talking about, including myself. Don't just take what the fuck I say as word and fact and think you ain't got to go do no homework or do no research. You damn sure do. Do your own fucking research. Sitting here watching me is not doing your fucking homework. Getting information from me or another fucking channel is not fucking homework. Do your homework, because if you don't, you're gonna fall right into the trap of them pitting us all against each other. And I'm gonna keep it Kool-Aid with you. It ain't no white versus black, black versus Hispanic, white versus this, black versus this. Fuck all of that. It's them versus us. And them versus us is them elitist folks up there who got money, power, you know what I'm saying, the politicians, the corporate motherfuckers. It's them. And then there's everybody else.
Message.
Just like numbers can lie and we can make that shit fit any narrative that we want. If a motherfucker wants to be negative, they can make anything negative. If somebody wants to be racially motivated, they can make anything seem racially motivated. And that's just bullshit, and I'm not with it. Because I know white people who struggle. I've been with white people who struggle. Fighting to keep the fucking lights on and shit. To pay bills, donating plasma and all that shit. I've been there, my G. I know what the fuck that's like. What I will say that I think that some white people miss the mark on, white people do have more generational wealth than black people. You see a whole lot more white people who come from money than we do. But all that, I just look at it like this. They just got a head start. We've been creating our wealth. We just haven't had the head start that white people have had. And there's been generations upon generations upon generations who have had that head start. But I ain't about to sit here and use that as no motherfucking excuse on why I ain't got mine. You got me fucked up. I'm about to go get mine. But I'm also about to shut the fuck up talking, and we about to go ahead and pull up this Kool-Aid. Stay sipping.
Liberal. Why the hell can't I just be American? I just be American without getting political. The system gon' suppress us all. They don't care about the cost. How's this a democracy when we got communists in charge? Cancel culture Nazis, all they're missing is the swastikas. Honestly, this is a psychological holocaust. Pumping propaganda through the screen and straight into your brain. You ain't on a plantation, but you definitely still a slave. Race theory is indoctrinating children. Tell blacks they're disadvantaged, tell whites they got white privilege. What a brilliant way to reinforce division. If whites believe they have it easy, they will never help you fight the system. And now they burning books in untraditional ways. They just traded newspapers for the digital age. Now the facts can be deleted with no physical flames. They just change the information and the truth gets erased.
Big facts. And be careful when y'all doing y'all homework. When y'all go to these websites, make sure you're getting it right. Just because you in Texas, you know what I'm saying? Don't just look at what's going on in your state. Look at what's going on around the world, bro. Before you even expand on the world, look at what's going on in your country. Focus locally and then expand. Find out what's going on in your city. Find out what's going on in your state. Find out what's going on in your country. And then start worrying about every motherfucking thing else. Like I was just saying about bullshit propaganda. All of that is stuff to keep us divided. And if there's one thing that I'm tired of, is people claiming bringing us together, yet they're doing divisive shit. Don't tell me you bringing us together, but you want me to sit here and look at the left sideways. Don't tell me you bringing us together, but you want me to look at the right sideways. Don't tell me you bringing us together, but you want me to look at the LGBT, whatever they want to call themselves, sideways. Don't tell me you bringing us together, but you want me to look at Hispanics or Asians or white people a certain way and want to have all of these becauses and reasons and excuses. Fuck all of that. We either unified or we divided. It plain and simple. I'm done with the fucking excuses. I'm done with the excuses. And like he say, with everything being online the way it is now and everything going digital, you really have to make sure that your facts are coming from like factual places, because there's a lot of bullshit satire sites out there that is not real. They are changing what is in textbooks now, my G. Doing your homework there is homework to doing your homework now.
Message.
Fuck that shit. Think for yourself. Pull up.
They keep screaming to wake up, but they're all woke, not awake. We know the system a liberal.
Hold on, let's bring that hook back. That hook was deep.
Flames that has
That
changed
hook
the
was
information and the truth gets erased. They keep screaming to wake up, but they're all woke, not awake. We know the system has failed us and all the media's fake. I swear the government hates us. Having opinions is dangerous. The system built to enslave us only works if we're afraid. I am not.
You think the government for you, bro? You think they for you, fam? They not. The government not for you. And even when I say that, I support the troops. Anybody fighting for this country, hey, I'm rocking for you. What I say has nothing against the people who laying their life on the line for us. I'm for that all day. But the government don't give a fuck about us. I won't say all media's fake. You just gotta watch where you get your media from, because there's a lot of pandering going on. There's a whole lot of pandering going on out here. Like he said in the hook, having opinions is dangerous. Now, me, myself, I have a very, very diverse background. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the streets. I'm from the hood. You know what I'm saying? But I've also lived in the suburbs. I lived with the poor white folks. I've been in the country. I've been in the small towns. I've been on the up. I've been on the down. And I was on debate teams. And the one thing that they always taught was they would just frame it as argument. Be able to have an argument, voice your opinions, and then at the end of the day, be able to shake each other's hands, and there's no ill will and no hard feelings towards each other. That's the first thing we had to even learn or have in mind before we even stepped up there and decided to even open our motherfucking mouths and defend our shit. And then to make things challenging, they would ask you, hey, how do you feel about this? And however you felt, they would put you on the other side. So now you actually have to debate the side that you're actually for, just to teach you what it's like to do your research. Now you're forced to do your homework because you're on the opposite side now. We as humans, we as society, we gotta do better.
Republican. I am not a liberal, progressive and traditional, or hitman hired to kill the individual. They label people red or blue, divide us, they don't ever help. They want you thinking left or right, so you ain't thinking for yourself. Go ahead and vote, cause both the parties are the same side. Two teams, one coach, controlled by the same guys. Left wing, right wing, both help the same bird fly. Brainwashing everybody at the same time. The internet was once a place.
Okay, now, I hear what he's saying. And let me bring this back real quick before I say it, because I want to make sure I got this right before I speak.
The parties are the same side, two teams, liberal, progressive and traditional, or hitman hired to kill the individual. They label people red or blue, divide us, they don't ever help. They want you thinking left or right, so you ain't thinking for yourself. Go ahead and vote, cause both the parties are the same side. Two teams, one coach, controlled by the same guys. Left wing, right wing, both help the same bird fly. Brainwashing everybody at the same time.
Message.
Okay, all right. Overall, he is absolutely fucking right, because what he's saying is what I've always said when it comes to like the whole Republican and Democrat side. Democrats, a lot of black folks have always thought that the Democrats were for us, and they never were. The Democrats were always prejudiced and stuff against us. You know what I'm saying? Look into Lyndon B. Johnson, the whole Kennedy situation, and Martin Luther King and all of that, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm gonna let y'all do y'all homework on that, but I planted the seeds for you. They both the same. You know what I'm saying? Whether Republican or Democrat, they are both the same. But at the same time, I'm also one who believes you should vote, because I believe if you're not voting, then you need to shut the hell up. If you're not one who actually gets out there and vote, then I am not trying to sit there and listen to you complain about a damn thing. Because what the fuck are you doing? You ain't out there active helping make the change. I'm not trying to hear from somebody who's not doing anything to help bring change. It's easy to sit back and bitch and complain and not doing a damn thing. All you doing is sitting there bitching and whining. Shut your ass up. How about you go out there and affect what's going on in Congress? How about you affect city council? How about you affect your mayors, your governors, and things like that? See, people think voting and they automatically want to jump to president. No, what did I say earlier? Start locally and then spread out. Worry about your mayors, your governors, and shit like that, your senates, and then go out here and get our presidential, because those are the motherfuckers who get there. Everybody who I just named and people who I didn't name. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a fucking lot. Let's keep it Kool-Aid. But they're the ones who end up being the presidents and running this shit.
Message.
Internet was once a place that we could get our facts from. Now it's been monopolized, it's Google or it's Amazon. Who fact-checking the fact-checkers? I can answer that one. The people who control the narratives through the platforms. Let me break this down for you, simple as I can, Kate. They use social conditioning to put you in the rat race. It doesn't matter if you're first or third or if you're last place. You're still a rat and they're the cats who kill you so you can't escape.
Using what's convenient. What's convenient? See, that's what I'm saying. If I'm a puppet master and I'm sitting back, I'm like, okay. I see white people mad now and shit like that, so I'm about to drum that up and all that shit, all that inside emotion and stuff that they feeling, I'm about to pump that out and we about to get that hate out, and now we're about to be like, nah, everybody else is wrong and we're right. And then black folks, same thing, how they exploited our struggles and everything that we've been through to get us to sit here and play victim. You gotta watch out for these fucking mind games. The same thing with the whole LGBT thing. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I have no problem with the community. I have no issue with nobody. For me, if your morals are in the right place, then you cool with me. I don't care who you sleep with. I don't care what your beliefs are. That shit ain't my motherfucking business. Are you a good human being at the end of the day? That's what matters to me. I don't give a fuck about that other shit. I really don't. But what gets me though is the forced agenda, like certain commercials and things that are like targeting kids, because I'm one for letting kids be kids. Ain't no way in hell my daughter should be 11 years old coming home talking about she's joined the LGBTQ club and shit at school. We shouldn't be doing that shit right now. Because no matter how you slice that, you're introducing sex at a younger and younger age, and we shouldn't be on that. Kids should be kids, and I firmly believe that. And there's a whole lot of agenda for it.
Message!
Hey, man. We can talk about it. Pull up. Y'all want more? Hit me up in the comments. If it ain't in this video, stay sipping.
Keep screaming to wake up, but they're all woke, not awake. We know the system has failed us and all the media's fake. I swear the government hates us. Having opinions is dangerous. The system built to enslave us only works if we're afraid. I am not Republican, I am not a liberal. I am just a man who knows they're scared of a nation that's thinking critical. They kill us or they lock us up for nothing like we're criminals. Divide us cause they know that unified we are invincible. Questioning the government's agenda is controversial, but promoting guns and liquor in our music is commercial. They're confusing us with pronouns they made up to make us liberal. I am just a man who knows they're scared of a nation that's thinking critical. They kill us or they lock us up for nothing like we're criminals. Divide us cause they know that unified we are invincible. Questioning the government's agenda is controversial, but promoting guns and liquor in our music is commercial. They're confusing us with pronouns they made up to make us triggered. You can call me what you want, but just don't call me late for dinner. School teaches you to learn.
Say, let them know. And I think that's the one thing that community is missing, is that when we start getting shit now where motherfuckers identify as seasons now, and motherfuckers are identifying as babies and just doing all this other like weird shit. Y'all making up pronouns the way they making up weed names. Pronouns have now turned into weed names to where you can't even, hey bro, what you smoking on?
I think I'll call it Dolphin Rash.
Old ball smash?
Jurassic Pot.
Ethiopian Sunrise. Kush.
Yoda's Pinky. It's amazing. Amazing it is.
20,000 Leagues Under the Nug.
Celebrity Crush.
It's called Fanny Pack.
That what? Did you try this Nerds roast?
The fuck is he talking about?
Pull up.
It never teaches you to think, so you absorb misinformation, then you practice what they preach. You ain't free, can't you see that's how they want you to act? That's called conforming to the norm, you don't need freedom for that. I'm not Republican or liberal or left-wing or right-leaning. I took the red pills cause that's who's we're afraid. I am not Republican, I am not a liberal. I am just a man who knows they're scared of a nation that's thinking critical. They kill us or they lock us up for nothing like we're criminals. Divide us cause they know that unified we are invincible. Questioning the government's agenda is controversial, but promoting guns and liquor in our music is commercial. They're confusing us with pronouns they made up to make us triggered. You can call me what you want, but just don't call me late for dinner. School teaches you to learn, it never teaches you to think. So you absorb misinformation, then you practice what they preach.
So you telling me if I'm speaking out against the bullshit that y'all doing to us, oh, I'm wrong, I can't say shit. I'm just supposed to shut the fuck up. But motherfuckers talking about riding on the block and shit like that, sipping and doing all of that shit, that shit's cool. But questioning what the fuck these motherfuckers are doing over here is wrong? Nah, because I think a lot of us have the same goal where it's like, hey, we don't trust the government, but sometimes what we're thinking is different. Like, we got the same destination, our GPS is telling us different ways to get there. You know what I'm saying? Some motherfuckers are using Garmin, some people are using Google Maps. You know what I'm saying? I'm with my boy Tom on this one, and hey, be awake, not woke. Stay sipping.
Preach, you ain't free, can't you see that's how they want you to act? That's called conforming to the norm, you don't need freedom for that. I'm not Republican or liberal or left-wing or right-leaning. I took the red pills cause that's who's fighting for my freedoms. And you don't need to choose to be accepted, they both fake teams. Evil runs the world now like hell ain't got no vacancy.
Hold on, bring that
Roller,
back.
left-wing or right-leaning. I took the red pills cause that's who's fighting for my freedoms. And you don't need to choose to be accepted, they both fake teams. Evil runs the world now like hell ain't got no vacancy. They keep screaming to wake up, but they're all woke, not awake. We know the system has failed us and all the media's fake. I swear the government hates us, having opinions is dangerous. The system built to enslave us only works if we're afraid.
Fucking hater, bro. We as people, we gotta do better. If we as a society want to do better at having these conversations, then we need to do just that. Have these conversations, and we can't have these conversations when we in our fucking feelings with each other. We can't do that. We gotta be grown-ups about this shit, whether you agree or disagree, because sometimes even when you're disagreeing, you agree. Both of y'all may voted for different presidents, but still at the end of the day, believe government ain't shit and we fucked either way. It's not complicated. This is what I'm figuring out about Tom. People try to make it seem like he's just so fucking complicated. Like it's so fucking trivial, and it's not. What he's saying, no pun intended, is very black and white. It's really fucking crystal clear. Don't sit here and tell me you all about unifying us, because I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna keep it Kool-Aid with you. And I've been having the mindset of, hey, you come around me on that racist shit, prejudice shit, whatever the fuck you wanna call it, knocking your ass out. Sleep. Out of there. That's it. Ain't shit to talk about. Don't tell me you motherfucking America and you ain't rocking with everybody. America was built on diversity, so miss me with that bullshit. I'm sorry, yeah, I'm getting hot. I'm getting hot. Anything not unified is a genocide. For the song though, which is why we here. For the song, I'm gonna give it 5 cups. I'm gonna keep it Kool-Aid. I'm gonna give it 5 cups. It was solid, and what I mean by solid, I mean from the way that the video was shot, from the beat, to the way the song was orchestrated, the entire thing. Hook, verse, beat, subject matter, all of it is on fire. He really didn't miss a step, and I really feel like it's a good explanation of who Tom is as an artist, because a lot of times we fall victim to clickbait or the headline or whatever little clip that they clipped out and decided to post, and we like to cast our judgment that way because people are looking for more negatives before they're looking for positives. And I think this song shows that if you're upset about Tom, or you're hating on Tom, or you don't like Tom, it's either hate or you just disagree with his political views. We gotta stop making it hard for these white rappers out here. You know what I'm saying? We make it really hard for these white rappers when it doesn't need to be. When it really doesn't need to be. Ha! I guess you could say I stepped up my game on them who's next, huh? Nobody got it. Nobody got it, bro. Like, nobody. But it's cool. It's cool. Because I'm going to keep coming anyway. I want y'all to let me know. Who y'all think we pulling up with next? Stay sipping and let me know in the comments. All right, so if you still here sipping with me, that means you a real motherfucker. And that also means that I believe that we all have the same goal, and that's to truly come together in this. So a few things I do want to talk about real quick that I do think need to be addressed before we get out of here. And one of those is I think that white people could do a better job at listening. When we make claims on things, I do think that white people could do a better job of listening to us and not being so quick to dismiss them. Also, while saying that, I also think it's up to us as black people or any ethnicity to also be responsible with the claims that we make, because if we're not, then we become the culture that cried racism. And everything I said about black people playing victim, the cop-outs, the crying woke and reaching on shit and all of that applies to white people as well. Because what I'm seeing a lot of right now is white people have turned into the new black people. Y'all like, what the fuck is he talking about? Let me explain. It used to be
Anytime we as black people would scream, "Hey, that's racist," or "Hey, that's prejudice," we are used to white people dismissing it and shutting it down like, "Oh no, that doesn't exist. There's no racism going on anymore." A lot of times in the black community, when things didn't go our way, whether we didn't get the job that we wanted, or we lost, or our favorite quarterback lost his starting job, then we automatically chalk it up to, "Oh man, that's race." You know what I'm saying? It's just because it's a black man. You know what I'm saying? And we would fall victim, or we would fall into playing that trap card. You know what I mean? You have white people doing the same thing now. That's not to say that there aren't legit cases out there, because I do feel that white people, just like us black people back in the day, when they open their mouths, people are quick to shut them up. They can't speak about black people. They can't speak about the LGBTQ community or anything without being called racist. However, it's also up to them to be responsible with their claims as well, because I'm seeing it just like I saw it on our side. I see a lot of white people who cry race or cry wokeness or the system going against them just because they do not get their way. It's a whole lot of echo chamber bullshit, and we gotta stop that. Because I'm seeing racism and bigotry disguised as the woke excuse. That's what I see, and I'm not for that shit. Woke got hijacked. Woke used to be a positive, but it got turned into a negative. I'm not here to play the blame game, but I do believe that there are a lot of people out there who, anytime they see something that they do not agree with or align with, then they automatically scream woke. Oh, and another thing, I don't care what side you fall on. I don't give a fuck if you left. I don't give a fuck if you right. I don't give a fuck if you up, down, diagonal, BLM, MAGA, Antifa, any of that. I don't give a fuck about them groups. Matter of fact, fuck those groups. Why? Number one, they're all liars and hypocrites. Why are they liars and hypocrites? Number two, because they all claim to want better for the people. They all claim to be free thinking. That is, until you disagree with them. I'm peeping that between all of these groups. All of these groups behave the same way. The second you choose a side, you're no longer free thinking. I firmly believe that. I'm starting to wonder if people truly know what that means. Being a free thinker means that me and you can disagree and still be neighbors. You don't have to agree with who I vote on, how I see things, but also be able to treat me like a human being, still be able to treat me with respect. A lot of times now with social media, a lot of y'all are sheep and don't even know it. Most importantly, think for yourself. Don't get so caught up in your biases and beliefs that you turn into the very thing that you hate and are protesting against. Because if we want to come together as a country, as a society, then we got to do that shit to the fullest. Come together, love each other. Real spill though. Thank y'all so much for all the support that y'all been showing us here on the Kool-Aid channel. I appreciate the love that y'all are showing with the views on the videos, the engagement, the requests, everything. Y'all have been amazing, and we're gonna keep pumping these out. So thank y'all so much for being here. If you want to check out more of our content, feel free to do so. I've been going down the Tom Macdonald rabbit hole, so I have a few more Tom Macdonald reactions. If this is your first video, if this is your first time coming in on the video, I have other Tom Macdonald videos that I've reacted to, along with other reactions, because I don't just do Tom Macdonald reactions here. I do reactions to other content as well. I also do live game streams, wrestling shows, which we just had one. We have the equivalent of a pay-per-view coming up in Houston here pretty soon, so y'all can check that out. For those of y'all who are rocking with me, come sip with me on some of these other avenues. Come sip with us and come vibe with us, because we got a lot of content for y'all. Thank y'all so much for pulling up with us, y'all. Make sure y'all hit those likes, subs, turn on those notifications, and just stay sipping with us, because the Kool-Aid's so good, even the diabetic could drink it. And if your ass ain't sipping, you're tripping. I'll pull up with y'all next time. We out.